By the grace of Almighty, my dear cadets, all of you are well, wherever you are with your family. I hope you stay home, stay safe, and stay sound. Online class is going on, arranged by Boishal Cadet College. All of you are welcome to today's online class. I am Mohammad Saiful Islam, lecturer of chemistry, Boishal Cadet College. Dear cadets, today's class is for class 9, subject chemistry, chapter 8, name of the chapter chemistry and energy. Dear cadets, you know, this is the first lecture of this chapter today, and this is the first class of this term today on this chapter. Now, dear cadets, look at the picture and think what will be the topic of this lecture today. There are beautiful pictures. So think what will be the discussion of this topic today. Dear cadets, topic of this today, energy and cell. After this session, you will be able to explain source of energy, realize the importance of energy, describe the classification of energy, transformation of energy, and you will know the calculation process of energy and their impact on the environment. Dear cadets, today's discussion, sources of energy, importance of energy, classification of energy, transformation of energy, value of energy calculation, and the related questions on this lecture today. In this discussion, there are some new terms. Here, the new terms are energy, exothermic, endothermic, purity, transformation, and measurement. Dear cadets, sources of energy. There are different sources of energy we know. Here, solar energy, nuclear energy, bond energy, this type of the sources of energies. Now, here, the sources of energy, that means bond energy. Bond, which is the attraction force between the atoms, molecules in compound. So, bond energy, the energy which is acted on the atoms, ions in a molecules or compound. So, then this is the attraction force between the atoms, ions, and molecules in compound. So, this attraction force is called bond energy. By using this energy, they combine together. Intermolecular energy, attraction force of atoms in molecules. So, in some cases, there are several atoms are combined to form molecules. Here, there is attraction force between the atoms or among the atoms in molecules. This is called intermolecular energy. Dear cadets, intermolecular energy. Classification of reaction on the basis of heat change. We know sometimes heat is evolved, sometimes heat is absorbed, and sometimes heat no change. So on the basis of this factor, chemical reactions are classified in two ways. First, on exothermic reaction and second one endothermic reaction. Here, exothermic reaction, the reaction in which the energy is evolved due to the bond breaking and formation by combining these two types of energy. Here, the resultant energy is evolved. Resultant heat is evolved. This type of reaction is called exothermic reaction. Suppose combustion reactions. Here, if methane is combusted with oxygen, in that case, 1 mole methane form minus 99 kilojoule per mole energy. Here, minus indicates it is evolved and it is exothermic reaction. That means it is evolved. Here, the reaction where the heat is evolved is called exothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction, the reaction in where heat is absorbed. Suppose nitric oxide formation, nitrogen dioxide formation, this type of reaction, here it is absorbed. So this type of reaction is called endothermic reaction. You know, energy never created or destroyed, but it transferred from one form to another. But total energy in the universe is same. This is the conservation of energy, law of conservation of energy. Here, in case of exothermic reaction, reactant transform to product by emitting heat, and in this curve, heat of reactant is more than that of the product. For this reason, this type of heat, this amount of heat is evolved. So this is the exothermic reaction, in curve of exothermic reaction. Again, endothermic reaction, already discussed its definition. Now, example, now this is curve. Here, the heat of product is more than that of the reactant, that means heat absorbed. This amount of heat is absorbed. So, this is endothermic reaction. Now, calculation of heat change. The bond energy of the reaction is defined by the total bond energy of reactants minus the total bond energy of products. If the value is positive, the reaction is endothermic reaction. If the value is negative, the reaction is exothermic reaction. Here, in case of the reaction of methane, methane reacts with 2 moles of oxygen, that means 1 mole methane reacts with 2 moles of oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water. Here, the information is given: C bond H 414 kilojoule per mole, O double bond O 498 kilojoule per mole, C bond O 350 kilojoule per mole, and O bond H 464 kilojoule per mole. So, by putting the value of C bond H, here 4 C bond H is present, 2 O double bond O is present, and in the reaction C bond O, C bond O. So 2 C bond O is present. Here, in case of water, O bond H, O bond H. That means 4 O bond H is present. So, putting the value of different bonds, the resultant value after calculation is minus 99 kilojoule per mole. So, the value is negative, that means this reaction is exothermic reaction. Dear cadets, by this way, you will calculate the type of reaction on the basis of heat change. So, uses of energy. This produced energy or energy used in different types of battery, leather industry, ceramics industry, cement industry, plastic industry, glass industry, and pulp industry. Also, this type of energy, that means the energy used in everywhere in our life. So it is very important. The energy is very important and it is used in different purposes in our life. In case of vehicles, bus, also nuclear energy is used in different larger ship, car and ship. So in different vehicles, energy is used. Household activities, cooking purposes. So in different way and different purposes, energy is used. Importance. Energy is very important for our life and survival in the universe. So it is very important and we need to conserve it. Sometimes in case of different elements present in fuel, suppose sulfur, nitrogen and heavy metals, it creates different problem by forming sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. After that, it forms acid rain. So it is very important to purity of fuel. Fuel should be distilled before used and should be free from this type of elements and gases. Otherwise, acid rain form, that means sulfuric acid and nitric acid. It destroys the aquatic system and zooplankton system. So it is very important to be pure for uses. Fuel must be pure, otherwise it creates different types of problems and harmful effects on the environment and life. Negative effects of used chemical energy. Chemical energy produces different types of gases and heat. Global warming, carbon dioxide increases, that means it increases the temperature of the universe. It creates different types of acid and it forms acid rain. So fuels must be pure and also used in controlled way for our life and for our green, beautiful world. Dear cadets, write down to exothermic and endothermic reactions. I have already discussed exothermic and endothermic reaction. Now you write another two exothermic and endothermic reaction. That means exothermic, it is evolved, endothermic, it is absorbed. In this class, beloved cadets, we discussed sources of energy, importance of energy, classification of energy, transformation of energy and different curves on the basis of heat change, value of energy calculation, and after calculation, we decide which one is exothermic and which one is endothermic. If it is evolved, exothermic; if it is absorbed, endothermic. So, in our discussion, different types of question may be set for. We know there are four types of question: knowledge-based question, surface learning, understanding question, surface learning, application-based question, deep learning, and evaluation-based question, deep learning, and higher order. So, first question: what is energy? Second question: what is bond? That means knowledge-based question. Energy never be created or destroyed. It can change from one form to another. It is one form of power. It is defined by E. energy. Here in case of bond, it is attraction force. And by this force, atom combine together. Bond, this is the electrostatic force of attraction between atoms and molecules. The second type question, difference between exothermic and endothermic reaction. In exothermic reaction, heat is evolved. Endothermic reaction, heat is absorbed. In case of exothermic reaction, heat of reactant is more than that of the product. In case of endothermic reaction, heat of reactant is less than that of the product. So from that way, you will answer the question. The formula of energy, E equals to H nu, Hc by lambda. So energy is defined by E, and it has formula E equals to H minus H nu. So it is the formula, it has equation also. Enthalpy minus energy change. So by this way, you will define energy and you will write down the formula of energy. Here, third type question, analyze the value of energy of steam figure. Here, this is the heat of reactant is more than that of the product. That means it is evolved, so value is negative and it is exothermic reaction. From that way, you will answer the question. Dear cadets, next question, properties of reaction stated in the stem. Here, this is the stem. It is for exothermic reaction, and in this reaction, it is evolved. And by using the figure, you will answer the question. That means here energy is evolved, the value of energy is negative. So from that way, you will answer the question. That means higher order question. Dear cadets, from our discussion, there is a compass for you. First one, what is fuel? It is knowledge-based question. Second one, show the effects of fuel. It is also knowledge. It is understanding-based question. And third and fourth on application and higher order-based question. So, what is fuel? The substance, chemicals which is used for producing energy for or different important activities and purposes. This is called fuel. It combines with oxygen and form energy. So the effects of fuel, there are two effects. One is important effects, another is bad effects. So it is very important for our survival in the universe. So energy is very important and fuel is very important also. But excess amount of burning fuel produces different types of harmful gases on the environment and creates harmful effects on the environment. So we must alert about that. Analyze the value of energy of steam reaction. So it is endothermic reaction, the value must be positive and energy is absorbed. So evaluate the properties of this reaction. So it is the value is positive, energy is absorbed. From that way, you will answer the questions from the stream. Dear cadets, if any query, you inform me, inshallah, I will solve your problem. We are passing very crucial time. Dear cadets, you know, corona pandemic condition very active in this moment, and you must maintain safety measure for your safety. Always stay home, stay fine. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.